Welcome to Postgame coverage of Game 2 of the OHL Championship Series. This afternoon's final, a 5-4 win for the Hamilton Bulldogs, accompanied now by Windsor Spitfires head coach Mark Savard, along with forward Matthew Maggio. Coach, you opened up the scoring this afternoon. Of course, they came on strong there in the late stages of the first. Didn't go your way this afternoon, but you have to be happy with the split and the way your team finished.
Yeah, I mean, excellent effort again. We got a confident group. We're never going to give up. We kept coming all night. I thought we came out, first 8 minutes, that's what we wanted. We wanted the big start, and we felt it was a dream start, really. They didn't get a shot. We were all over them, and we got a goal on the power play. That one, I think the first one was a power play, just a great goal. And then, we kind of got into some penalty trouble, and they took advantage. So they got a skilled team. I mean, they're a number one ranked team in the CHL for a reason. It's a good hockey club over there, and we just gave them too many chances on the power play, and at the end of the day, it ends up biting us. But again, I know I say it every time, but the resiliency of this group is amazing, and we're going to be ready to go again tomorrow night. And it's a series, first of 4.
Matt, coach said it, a quick turnaround. 2 goals and assists for you today, but a Windsor boy going back to the home crowd, you have to be excited about that.
Yeah, I think our home record all year has been pretty good, and that's a large part due to our fans. We know they're going to be loud, and we feed off that. We're a team that plays with a lot of energy, and going home playing in front of that many fans, I think, is definitely an added spark. So to be able to split and come back home, we're excited about that opportunity.
Take questions now.
Coach, coming into this series, your power play had not been great in the playoffs. You come here and all of a sudden it's going again. What's changed?
Our power play was great all year. We've created momentum. It just hasn't gone in the net. We played 3 of the best goalies arguably in the league, Gaudreau, Cajun, and Cavlin. So there's your answer. They were their best penalty killers. We didn't score. We're getting rewarded. We've stuck with it. We haven't changed much. Obviously, we've changed some stuff off breakouts or in the zone, but players haven't changed. I believe in these guys, and they did it again tonight. They got some goals, and we're going to need the power play moving forward.
So for your team, do you like when the game becomes a special teams game, or would you prefer that it doesn't become a special teams game?
No, and you never want it to become a special teams game. I mean, they've got a lot of offensive weapons, and we want to try and stay out of the box. That's something we're going to have to focus on. We got to be better. We can't get. And I thought the reffing was pretty even tonight. I thought there could have been a couple calls that they could have stayed in the box a little longer. I wasn't really happy with one call, obviously, on Hano. But again, it's going to be a battle. We know it, and 5-on-5 is where we want to be at. We felt we played pretty good 5-on-5 tonight.
Last one for me. Would you have been, the Bulldogs looked better today, obviously, than they were first game. Would you have been shocked if they hadn't looked better in the second game?
Well, no, it's almost, their backs were against the wall today, and they responded. But again, I'm proud of our guys. We came out in that first 8 minutes, and we had to give a little doubt to them because we really pressed the issue, and I'm proud of our guys. And then, obviously, the talk after the second was just, guys, just keep going, keep staying with the process, and they did that tonight, and we came really close.
Yeah, Matthews, I have a question here about Andrew Parrott, Luca Hano. How important is that for you guys up front to have 2 reliable veteran defensemen in this league on the back end and allow you guys to push for offense?
Yeah, no, I think they're both great players, and obviously they free up a lot of space for us. When you have D-men out there that can become a threat, it kind of makes the forwards second-guess who they need to stay with. So it definitely opens up a lot. And Perot, obviously, he's been huge since he came over. He was a really big piece of our team. And Hano, obviously, he's been the backbone of our defense all year. But it's not just those 2 guys. I think it's our whole D-core. Renwick's really stepped it up. And Rebo, and we're just Soblev, Nicky, like all the guys. We got faith in all of them, and they all contribute in their different ways. So.
Yeah, for sure. And Mark, any update on Zito or Pierre?
Yeah, Zito's day to day. Pierre's the same thing. Just day to day, and then we'll look. Hopefully, one of them get back in tomorrow night.
Matt, you guys had a 2-goal comeback in Game 1. You guys scored a couple quick ones here in the third. Again tonight, just what was it about the urgency there late in the third period of the last couple of games for you guys to be able to obviously tie Game 1 and then came really close to tying this game? Just how confident are you guys down by a few goals that you're going to be able to come back and tie that game?
I think that's something that we've done all year. There's no quit in the locker room, even after the second period, being down by that many. I think we just have a confidence in our group, and if we stay out of the box, I think we're a really dangerous team offensively, and goals haven't been the biggest problem all year. I think we have a lot of faith in our forwards and our D-men that can put the puck in the net. So being down by a few goals, I mean, a big thing for us is just sticking together and not turning on each other. And I think when we do that, and you add in later parts of the game, I think everyone really gives their max effort, and I think we need more of that throughout the game. But that intensity in the last 20 minutes was something that I think we're going to carry into next game, and was really big for us.
And one for Coach. You guys gave up 3 quick ones there in the first period. How are you able to kind of settle the guys down and get them in a spot where they know that that everything was going to be okay and they were going to be able to, kind of make a comeback there? 3 quick ones is not easy to overcome there, especially against the Hamilton team. So how were you kind of able to get the guys settled down there on the bench?
Well, I think the big thing was just, we had a little TV time out there and gathering the group together and just really calmly telling them, look around you guys. This is the championships. We're in the finals. Enjoy this moment. Have fun. Yeah, we're down a couple goals. Okay, so be it. We've done this stuff before. This is fun right now, and it was a really calming talk. And I think the guys really sparked them. And we battled right to the end. So I'm proud of them, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow night.
Coach, coming off the tough 7-gamer, and you're playing Hamilton, and a lot of talk about Hamilton, #1 ranked, and I don't know what that means to you guys. When you split the series now and you're going back home, is your confidence level maybe even a little higher now than it was when you started the series?
Well, I mean, obviously we feel good about ourselves, but we've never got too high. We've kept an even keel. I know it's a saying in hockey, but we've been able to do that. Even tonight we didn't get too high. We tried to do our normal stuff, play our game, and I was proud of the guys. But really excited to get home. Really excited. We've been up and down with Flint all series. We get right out of town after we win that series, and we're here. I think the guys will be happy to get home in front of our crowd. Sleep in their beds here, and then after tomorrow night, get a nice week to actually prepare a little better too, because we were thrown right in the fire here. But again, really proud of our guys. They're a great hockey team. It's gonna be a dogfight, and they got a lot of dogs.
Goalie change, was that anything?
Just a quick, I don't always make the right decisions. It was just a quick spark of the moment thing. I thought I can get a little energy in our group. I didn't love the first 2 goals, and then, Anuska went in, and it was a tough situation for him. And then I talked to X after the period that he was going to go back in all along, and he came out, and I thought he made some big saves when we needed him. Again, we got 2 goalies that we're very confident in, and like I said, it's first to 4, win, lose, first to 4.
The Hamilton Bulldogs 5-4 winners this afternoon, accompanied now by Bulldogs head coach Jay McKee, along with defenseman Arbor Jackeye. And coach, happy with the improvements your team made. A big finish to the first period there, and of course the guy sitting next to you scoring the game winner this afternoon. Maybe just share your thoughts on that win.
Well, it was playoff hockey. I think both games 1 and 2 have been just a really good dose of 2 teams going at it. And playing good, hard-fought playoff hockey, good physicality. It's fast-paced. Really, every play matters out there, being in the right spots at the right times, and goaltending, obviously. So it's just great playoff hockey.
Arbor, a little bit of everything from you this afternoon: a goal and an assist, and of course the game winner. Was that one of the nicer goals you've managed to put into the net in your career?
Yeah, it was definitely more like, I don't really score often from that close. I usually shoot a bomb from the point, but. No, it was all in all, it was a good game. So
we'll take questions, guys.
The physicality of this series already is shortening the bench a little bit, or thinning the bench, I guess is a better word. When you have to make those adjustments, especially on your blue line, how do you deal with that when 2 of your top guys aren't in there at all? It would seem to put a lot of pressure on some of the other guys.
Just play him more. We just talked about it in the room. You see they're missing a couple of guys from game 1. We've got guys that, Staios hasn't played yet in this series. Cameron was hurt there. Mishak went down the tunnel last game. McTavish, Hayes. I mean, I'll go back to it. It's really playoff hockey. If you get to this point in the season at any level of competitive hockey, there's going to be a lot of ice bags tossed around after games, and I think on our side of things, we've dealt with that all year. We've had, I mentioned before, somewhere around 160 man games lost in the regular season, and our guys still stuck with things and stuck to game plans and work ethic and had success. So we're going to have to keep doing that here now.
For a coach, how long did those last 2 minutes or thereabouts feel like when you're standing on the bench?
Even before the last 2 minutes there, they had a great press there in the third period, hit a couple of posts. We made some mistakes, they capitalized, and we've talked. They're a team that can do that. So, as a coach, you have faith in your players. So the time went by at normal speed for me, thankfully.
Arbor, where's the divide between aggression and carelessness, or too much aggression, or physicality and pushing it too far? How do you find that balance?
Yeah, it's obviously pretty tough. I mean, I'm a pretty physical guy out there, and I like to get into it. But Jay keeps me grounded, and after every shift, he's always telling me, like, you don't need to cross the line. So I'm still trying to find the way to balance my game and not go over the line. So
far in this series, has there been some frustration for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, when no one likes to be in the box, and it gets frustrating at times, but if you're mentally strong, you can push through that. So.
Yeah, Arbor, the play of your goaltender, Marco Constantini, how much confidence do you guys get? I mean, he makes save after save for you guys. How much confidence do you guys get in having him back there for you? Yeah,
he's great. He's been great all year, and he's been the best goalie in the league. So it's obviously great, and it allows the D to be way more confident back there and gives us hope. So.
Yeah, and Jay, your guys' response coming out tonight wasn't the greatest start for you guys, but you guys overcome that and respond to the game. I mean, getting a 3-goal lead, how important was that for you guys just to relax and overcome that deficit early and just recapture momentum?
Yeah, we didn't have the start that we wanted. There's no question. I thought we were everything was a little off. You know what? We're at home. I think these guys feel a little pressure at home just after having a great season and being in this situation. And the truth is, there is a pressure to win at home in a series, right? And especially going into this one. And they're teenagers, right? So these are emotions that they haven't been through before. It's a great experience for our guys, and to be able to turn it around there and get back to our game after a bit of a rough start. Good credit to the players for sticking with it. And I think they just started to feel their game, and things started to click, and they relaxed a bit and just started playing. So I think going on the road now, after going through those emotions here at home and feeling the how the series is it's a good time for us.
For Coach, they got 2 quick goals in Game 1 there to tie the game, and then they scored a couple quick ones in Game 2 to almost get another comeback here. Just what was the message on the bench from you just when it got to 5-4 and they got the 2 quick ones? You had scored 3 quick goals early in the first period. So how do you kind of keep it a level head there when you don't get up by too much, you don't get down by too much, and kind of just trying to keep those guys level-headed, not getting too big of a lead, or them trying to come back and tie that game once again like they did in Game 1?
No, I think you adjust your game plan and things you want to do on the ice according to the time of game, the situation of the score, who's on the ice, so different things like that. So I won't get into specifics of what the game plan is, but we just wanted our guys to settle down after they scored the second one, just relax and play. And we've been in that scenario, fortunately, through hard work over the course of the season a lot of times where we've been in third periods. From January on, we've won a lot of hockey games and been in that situation with the opposition's goalie pulled. There's been times where teams have scored a couple late, and we've had to really dig in and play the right way. And it was good to see, with Windsor's push, we could pull it off the way we did. It's certainly a good feeling, probably a better feeling winning that way than up by a few goals. So good experience for everybody all around.
Hey, Arbor, you got your team going on the road now. 1-1 split, supposedly going to be sold out there. Does that bring a team together sometimes going into a hostile environment like that?
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, obviously they feel the pressure coming in our rink. We got crazy fans too, and they're awesome and was supporting us, but Windsor's fans are just the same, and it's definitely going to be tough going in there and battling, but we're going to do it. So.
Coach, you talked about, having to calm down Arbor every once in a while, just give him a little talk every once in a while. But, just on the flip side of that, because there were some penalties called on him, do you feel sometimes, I don't know what the right word would be, target the referees are maybe watching him a little bit more than maybe some other players?
I'm pretty sure every time I snap on him on the bench, he goes out and scores. So, hey, would that be right? Fair to say.
All right.
It's happened a few times over the season, but no, we go way back to Kitchener when he first started in the league. So our relationship is pretty strong. Arbor's. He's really big and strong. I've ran into him in practice, joking around, and I bounce off him at 225 pounds. So for, some junior hockey players that are 165 pounds, 180 pounds, he's just a big, strong player. And part of the reason we brought Arbor here in a trade was because we wanted that type of player, a big, physical, strong player who can play both ways on the puck and be an intimidating force. So I think there's been times where the refs have had his number a bit. And there's times where he knows, and we've talked about it, where he has to pull back a bit. And game one, that hit, that time in the game, he knows we probably don't need that, right? So I think it's just a combination. We want him playing a physical style, but there's a line that he's got to just stay under to be as effective as he can. And if he gets over that line, then he's in the penalty box. So we've had lots of discussions about that.
Just a quick one for you, Coach. Obviously a big game for your team tonight to even up the series, heading back to Windsor. I'm just curious what aspect of your team's play satisfied you the most tonight?
I thought our execution was better. There were still times in the game, thinking back to our power play at the start of the period where, and even in the third there, we still have better execution. Obviously we got in a roll there in the first period, and I felt like our guys settled in a bit, but on the flip side of things, again, I think after 5 periods of hockey in this series, we had 14 minor penalties, and we just can't do that. So that would be an area that we have to certainly really focus on. As coaches, we can't go out there and hold their hands for each shift, so it's going to come internally from the players, just having that discipline to do the right thing and control their emotions at times. I thought we were a little better execution-wise for the most part throughout the game.
Quick turnaround for Game 3. The series tied 1-1, and we're back at it tomorrow night in Windsor.